Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Mr. Payne bringing you Unit 1, Lesson 10, Translating English to Algebra. Let's go through and write these words down on the top of your page somewhere or wherever you have some free space on this note sheet on your note page. So product means multiply. Squared, raise it to the second power. Twice, you're multiplying by 2. Sum, you're adding. Quotient, divide. Less than is a tricky one. It does mean subtract, okay, but we want to start at the back and work towards the front, and I'll show you a couple examples of that in a minute. Half, you either divide by 2 or you multiply by 0.5. Greater than means you're adding. The big one here is is. Is means equal. Now, wherever we see the word is, that means that we're going to have some different symbols. It does mean equal, but if I take this word is, and I bring it in front of greater than, is greater than, now gives me the symbol of a greater than sign. That's different. Notice, I said though, if it's separated, greater than means plus. So pay attention to that. Now if I take that is and I bring it in front of the words less than, is less than, now we're talking about a symbol that's an inequality. So please pay attention to where the word is put into the sentence. Exercise number 1. Write a calculation and a result that represents a number that is 5 greater than 3. So 5 greater than, I said, was plus 3, which equals 8. B. Write a calculation result that represents a number that is 2 less than 9. So remember what I said about less than. It's a special one, and we want to start at the back and work our way forward. So we're going to say 9 minus 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. Notice that is a totally different answer than if you would have done 2 minus 9, because then you would have got negative 7. I would like you to try C, D, E, and F all on your own at this time. Go ahead and hit pause and try to get those done for class. Okay, G. If y represents a number, write an expression that represents the sum of y and a number, 1 greater than y. Okay, so I would like you to underline the key parts. So represents the sum of y and a number, and that should say 1 greater than y. All right. So I'm looking for the sum of y. So sum means plus. So this word sum, where I see the word and, I'm going to put it in there. So y plus a number 1 greater than y. So plus, now I got to do y plus 1. Because I got to find that number that's greater than 1. That's a little bit tricky. We'll stay with us on that. H. If n represents a number, write an expression that represents the difference between a number 1 larger than n and 1 smaller than n. So I'm looking for the difference between a number 1 larger than n and, so the word and, remember what I said about and, it goes with the word difference. So that's where I'm going to put the minus sign. So let's figure out the first thing. Number 1 larger than n. How do I write that? Well, a number plus 1 and 1 smaller than n. So n minus 1. Those gives me my two numbers. Now I'm looking for the difference between those, so I want to put a subtraction sign. Difference means minus. So I have n plus 1 minus n minus 1. Let's look at exercise number 2. I would like you to try A on your own because it's pretty self-explanatory and I think you should be able to handle it. Then let's look at B. If n represents a number, then write an expression for a number that is twice n. Well, if I hit somebody twice, it means how many times did I hit them? I hit them 2 times. So don't forget that twice means 2 times. So we're going to do 2 times n. C. Write an expression for the quotient or ratio of 12 and 3. What does the word quotient mean again? Think to yourself, quotient means divide. The division symbol goes right where the word and is. So it's going to be 12 divided by 3. Exercise number 3. Translate each of the following statements into an algebraic expression. Remember, it's just an algebraic expression. We're not going to have any equal signs. If x represents a number, then write an expression for a number that is 3 more than twice the value of x. 3 more than means plus twice the value of x. Twice again, 2 times x, or 2 times n. In this case, let's use x though, because that's what is given to us in the sentence. B. If n represents a number, then write an algebraic expression for 2 less than 1/4 of n. Well, let's pay attention here. We got a bunch of things going on. We automatically see the words less than. So right away, that means it should throw up some red flags that we should be starting in the back. So let's start with that. 1/4 n. 1/4 n. Easy enough. Minus, because less than means minus, 2. I would like you to try C and D on your own and bring your stuff to class. Try C and D. Let's jump to E. If n represents a number, then write an expression for 7 less than 4 times the difference of n and 5. So now we're going to get a little bit more complicated. So I have 7 less than 4 times the difference of n and 5. So right away we see the words less than. So that means start at the back. Let's start with 4 times the difference of n and 5. Well, some keywords I see in there: difference and. So the word difference is going to go where the word and goes. So I'm going to say 4 times the difference of n minus 5, because difference means subtract. I take the sign and put it where the word and goes. Now we can go back and worry about the less than, so minus 7. F. If x represents a number, then write an expression for the ratio of 3 less than x to 2 more than x. So the ratio of 3 less than x. So let's start with that. So the ratio is going to be divided right here with the word 2. So let's take care of the top part. 3 less than x. How do I write that? Well, less than tells me to start at the back, so I'm going to start with x. X minus 3 over, because that's where my division sign is going to go, 2 more than x. 2 plus x, or x plus 2. However you feel to write that one. Now I would like you to try to complete I and K on your own. Don't do exercise number 4. That's how we're going to start off class. And make sure you rate a solid WSQ. Have a great evening.